This is the Twist of Nostalgia LEGO Ideas competition that was recently announced, in which builders were asked to recreate an iconic set or theme in a modern build. Now, LEGO Ideas competitions are always huge. They run all over the world and they always attract hundreds of entries. At the time of recording, it was 488, but now, closer to the deadline, it's even greater, as the deadline neared until it reached over 500. The main attraction is all these prizes. As you can see, the grand prize and runner-ups all get a lot of sets, and the winner gets made into a gift with purchase, which is of course a terrific prize, and it's no wonder this competition is so prestigious. So of course I had to enter. First, I looked through the other entries, looking for inspiration and trying to gauge what sort of thing people would do. Normally, in entering competitions like this, I try and avoid looking at the other entries, so that mine is unique and original. But I was worried here that I might misinterpret what it's aiming for, so I thought I would take a look to get some inspiration and see what I was kind of playing against. As we can see, there are a lot of classic castle, classic pirates, and adventurers builds, and I knew I had to pick one of those themes as they are the most iconic and recognizable. And I also think that they would be the most well received in a nostalgic gift with purchase. As we can see, there are also a few rock raiders and various ones. Some entries seek to recreate the sets with modern parts, while others transform it into a playground or something else in a modern context. I'm not a fan of these and I feel like it detracts from the original, so I decided to recreate the set within its same context. How I was going to do it though was using modern parts, techniques, and geometry to give some of these sets a much needed upgrade. We can see a lot of nice builds, including some very interesting ones, and a surprising amount of digital renders. I would have thought that most of the entries would have been built in real life, like I was intending to do. And so it was encouraging to see that even if I didn't want to build in real life, I could still enter with a digital build and there would be lots of people doing the same. After looking at all these nearly 500 entries, I decided I had to do something medieval. And with a part limit of 250 parts, it had to be pretty small. So I started looking through the Bricklink catalogue, looking for parts with around 100 or so pieces. I ended up finding this one from the Adventurers, and this Bandits one from Lego Castle, and these are the ones I narrowed it down to: the Wolfpack Renegades, also from Lego Castle, and the Viking attack by the dragon thing. I ended up picking the Wolfpack Renegades because it's an iconic set and it's small enough to redo well. Now, there have been a few other people remaking it over the years, such as this one on Rebrickable, this one by the YouTube channel Edge of Bricks. And so I started with sketching out with bricks the kind of shape I wanted. I wanted like an enclosed carriage with one horse pulling it, using the same colors as the original, but with a slightly different carriage design. I didn't want to make it too similar to the original or the others because I feel like that original blockiness is only a result of the parts available at the time, and it kind of detracts from the look. Now, I realized I wouldn't have enough of the curved parts to build it the way I wanted, so I read through an article about how to get good lighting on Lego Studio, the software I planned on using. What I ended up doing was designing it in Studio and then rendering it out using the lighting here. As you can see, here is my final render. We've kept the same color scheme and pretty much copied what I had built in real life, just adding details and finishing it off in the render. There are two minifigures, which are meant to represent the two in the original set, as well as a bird, a yellow frog to represent the YouTube channel and myself, and a pumpkin, as well as some extra cargo, swords, and all the original weapons that were in the original set. The brown horse was also chosen to align with the original. Next, I put all the images onto the old style backgrounds in Photoshop, and I think this looks quite good and should hopefully appeal to some of the nostalgia that people have for the 1980s box designs. I think it looks quite good and I'm happy with the way it turned out. And so these were the images I uploaded to LEGO Ideas for my entry. Let me know what you think of it in the comments, and I'll keep you updated on what happens if we get through to later rounds or what'll happen with the build. Thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.